Hello Dollface, it's Kat here, and today we are revisiting one of my all-time favorite palettes on the planet, the original Venus palette by Lime Crime. When I did my haul, not my haul, but my collection video of my palettes, you guys asked for a 3 looks 1 palette with the Venus palette, and I'm so happy you did because it was the one I was planning on doing next because I love it so much, and I barely use it anymore for some reason, which is weird because it has one of my all-time favorite red eyeshadows in it. This palette is literally perfect for grungy fall looks. I know it's coming on spring, but like, there's never a wrong time for a red smoky eye, you know what I'm saying? So let's go on and do 3 looks with this palette. Alright, so this first look is going to be the classic red smoky eye. I love, 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 love a blown out red eye, so of course with this palette we have to do it. The first thing we're gonna do is go in with the shade Venus on a fluffy brush, and we're gonna run this all throughout our crease, really, really blowing it out. This is our transition color. So we're just going to make sure we blow it out completely. Also taking that same color and blending it on my lower lash line and making it attach. As of right now, I kind of look like I'm just like an anime villain, but you know, once it's all together, we'll look right. The next step is to go into this beautiful dark red shade Mauve on a more denser fluffy brush. This is like my favorite blending brush of all time. It's the It Cosmetics for Ulta blending brush. I love it. I will die using this brush forever. And we're literally going to start blending that into the crease and all over into where we put Venus. Then on a more compact brush, we're going to start putting this all over the lid, really darkening it up and getting grungy. And then running that on my lower lash line as well. Then I'm going back in with that blending brush we used earlier, and I'm going to start blending that out a little bit more just so we don't have any harsh lines. To meld the waterline with the red, I'm going in with NYX's Ox Blood, and I'm just running that through my waterline. And then on a smaller brush, I'm going to go into the Glimmery Shimmery shade Aura, and I'll put that in my inner corner just to brighten up the eyes some. On like a fluffier brush, I'm taking that same Aura shade, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with it. Now I'm going to add mascara and lashes, and then we'll finish up the face. For blush, we're going to dip back into that Venus shade and put it all over the cheekies. And then for highlight, we're going to go back into Aura. And then we're going to finish off the look with a dark lip to match. This is Saint by Lime Crime. This is my favorite liquid lipstick formula. Look 2 is going to be like an ultra peachy fantasy look. I love a good peach shadow, and the Shadow Rebirth is beautiful. So I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and just start running this all over my lid. And really blending it out. Let me zoom you in some. Blah, blah, blah. I'm also going to blend that color on my lower lash line as well. A denser blending brush, I'm going to go into the shade Creation and just start going around a circle around my actual lid. I'm gonna run a little bit of that same color Creation on my lower lash line, on the corner. Then I'm gonna apply a little bit of concealer to the center of the lid so I can lighten it up for the next shade, really brighten it up. And then with my finger, I'm going to go into the shade Shell and press that into the center of my lid. Then I'm going to take the shade Aura and just put that in my inner corner. And then on my waterline, I'm going to take a nude liner and run that just so it's like bright but not like white. You know what I mean? Like I want to open up my eyes, but I don't want it to be like white and anime. I'm going to go add lashes and mascara and I'll be right back. And then for blush, we're going to go right back into that shade Rebirth and just apply it everywhere. We're going all over today with the blush, so I'm going to go here and apply all over my cheeks and up into where my eyeshadow is. So I'm really exaggerating this blush today. I mean, nothing new, but I want a heavy blush. And bring it all over the bridge of the nose. I want to do a little light freckling, so I'm going to go into the shade Divine in the palette and just start adding some freckles to my face. Just gonna tap it with my finger to soften it. And then for highlight, we're gonna go back into that shade Aura and we're just gonna highlight the face. I just want to add a little bit more to my inner corner just to really brighten it again. For lips, I'm going to go into their shade Salem and apply that one first. Now, you could leave it like this, but I'm going to top it off with their Lime Crime Diamond Crusher in LA, which is like an orangey one, and I think it looks so pretty with this. I honestly wanted to add this to the eyes, but the focus is to use the Venus palette, and I didn't want to take away from it, but wouldn't this look so pretty in the inner corner? And this is the finished second look. Let's move on to look number 3. Alright, so for look number 3, we're going to get a little bit more natural, which, you know, is a very different for me. But this palette is a very more like neutral, grungy palette. So, of course, I've already done a bunch of red and soft pinks, but it's time to hit these brown shadows. So let's zoom in a little bit. A blending brush, I'm going to start going into the shade Divine, and I'm going to start running this throughout the outer corner of my crease and throughout my lower lash. Trying to keep it angled up higher like a cat eye shape, and I'm bringing it into my nose bridge. Now we're going to take the shade Icon and we're going to start deeping in a little bit but not blowing it out as much. So I'm taking a more defined blending brush and I'm keeping that like on the outer corner and just bring it in through the crease. Following that same shape as before. Going back in with Define, I just want to blow it out a little bit more. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer and just lay a base of that on my lid just so we have a nice bright space to work with. And then I'm going to set that concealer with the shade Aura, the white shimmery shade. And I'm just going to blend the corner again. Also going to apply that same shade into my inner corner to really brighten up the eyes. I'm going to take a white eyeliner and run that through my waterline. Apply mascara and lashes and I'll be right back. For blush, we're going to go into the shade Venus and just apply this all over the cheeks. Then we're going back into that white Aura shade for highlight. And then we're going to finish off this look with a very classic Lime Crime product, and that is the Velveteen and Red Velvet. Just felt like being classic today. And this is the third and final look. I love playing with this palette so much. It's honestly one of my favorite palettes of all time. So thank you guys so much for suggesting I do the Venus palette as one of the first ones. I really love this palette. And this palette is just, it's so nostalgic and it has so many good memories to me. Like, this is one of my first high quality products I ever owned, and I love it so much, and it's still to this day one of the best formulas I have ever used. I love it so much, and honestly it's so versatile. Like, looking at it, you're like, ooh, okay, so you know, you feel like you could get trapped, but I hope this kind of helps you see that there's so many different options. Like, you can do that dark grungy look, you can do like a softer e-girl summer spring look, or you could just do even a nice little natural easy go-to look like this. Like, it's so versatile and I love it. It's compact, it's great. I just love this palette and happy I got to play with it again, because I kind of wasn't playing with it for a while. So thank you guys for suggesting this one. Let me know what other palettes you would like to see me do 3 looks 1 palettes on in the comments down below, because these are just so much fun, and tell me which of these 3 was your favorite look. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I would just be really rad of you guys. I hope you stay lovely. Bye!